Good evening. Please, gentlemen, remove your graduation caps and hats and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. At this time, I invite Anakile Sampson to welcome you to Southwest Edgecombe's 44th commencement ceremony.
Good evening. I would like to officially call the 2022 graduation to order. A warm welcome to parents, families, friends, faculty, and our distinguished guests. We would like to invite our special guests to stand and be recognized at this time. Reverend Raymond Privet, Board Chairman, representing District 6. Dr. Evelyn Wilson, Board Vice Chairman, representing District 1. Dr. Evelyn Johnson, Board Member, representing District 3. Mr. William Ellis, Board Member, representing District 4. Dr. Valerie Bridges, Superintendent. Dr. Michael Myrick, Deputy Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. Ms. Charlene Pittman, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Ms. Erin Swanson, Assistant Superintendent of Innovation and Strategic Planning. Dr. Robert Batts, Director of Secondary Education. We also have 3 board members who were unable to join us tonight. Ms. Ann Kent, Board Member representing District 5, Marva Scott, Board Member representing District 7, and Ms. Lily Worsley, Board Member representing District 2. Thank you for joining, Thank you for joining us for this evening's event. We have worked extremely hard in preparation for this day. This is a very significant event in our lives, and we are honored to have you all here. I would now like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Valerie Bridges.
So welcome and congratulations to the class of 2022 Southwest Edgecombe High School graduates. I'm Dr. Bridges, your super proud superintendent, and I want to congratulate you this evening, and it's so good to see all of you. I would like to acknowledge a few people and thank them for the support of our graduates. I'd like to thank our Edgecombe County School Board of Education members. Thank you for your commitment to young people and making decisions that benefit not just their lives today, but that will enhance their lives in the future. Thank you to Dr. Lampron and Ms. Struthers, our Southwest Edgecombe High School administrators. Thank you for your hard work, your dedication to students. Thank you to our Southwest Edgecombe High School staff for your grit and your rigor. This has been a tough year, and I'm certain that your work has been endless, and thank you for your love and concern for our students. And last, and certainly not least, thank you to our families, guardians, caretakers, and friends that have supported our graduates throughout their educational journey. You have been with them through all of the transitions, the ups and the downs, and you've been a great support system. I want to share a quick story, and then I plan to take my seat and enjoy the rest of graduation with you. So have you heard the saying, if there is a will, then there is a way? So let me share a quick wheelway experience with you. In late March, we concluded the NCAA basketball tournament. But I want to share an experience that happened long before many of you all were born, but demonstrates a wheelway experience. The 1983 NC State University's men's basketball team, led by Coach Jim Valvano. He has a really big personality. He's great with building relationships with student athletes. He is a true Northerner. He's from Queens, New York, and he coached at a number of colleges and universities before coming to NC State. So in 1983, Jimmy B and his players, Derek Wittenberg, Lorenzo Charles, Terry Gannon, Sidney Lowe, and Ozell McQueen, had an if there is a will, then there is a way experience. They began with winning the ACC tournament, which was not expected, by defeating the University of Virginia. They continued winning and made it to the championship game for the NCAA. They were not expected to win the ACC, or much less to make it to the championship game of the NCAA. For the NCAA championship game, they were slated to play the University of Houston. The University of Houston was favored to win by a landslide. Houston was ranked a number 1 seed. NC State was ranked a number 6 seed. On the University of Houston's team, there were 2 players, Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde the Glide Drexler. I don't know if you know either of these players, but they're powerhouse players. And Olajuwon was named the MVP of the NCAA championship game that year. The Houston team was so dynamic that they were nicknamed Phi Slamma Jamma, because they were notorious for dunking on their opponents. And well, let me bring you to the game. The score was tied, 52-52. There were 44 seconds on the clock. NC State was in possession of the ball. The game came down to the final play, or so we thought, and Derek Wittenberg took a 3-point shot. Just a few seconds were left on the clock. He missed the shot. The ball is airborne. It feels like forever. Lorenzo Charles goes up and he grabs the rebound and he dunks the ball in the goal, changing the score from 52-all to 54-52 in favor of NC State. The game buzzer goes off, the crowd goes crazy, and NC State and Jimmy V are now the 1983 NCAA champions. But let's look back at the game. The Houston team did not make one dunk the entire game, yet they were nicknamed Phi Slamma Jamma. And the winning shot from Lorenzo Charles was a dunk. The odds were clearly against NC State, and I'm not sure anyone really believed that NC State could win with the game except Jimmy V and his players. But when you believe in possibilities, and you don't need everybody to believe, you just need to believe in yourself. Now that's what you call, if there's a will, then there is a way experience. These will-way experiences ignore reason. They are disrespectful to statistics and what is likely to happen, and they lean into high expectations, and they give way to dreams and to dreamers. My job, and the job of our school board, your school administrators, and the teaching staff has been to will and weigh experiences for students until you can do it for yourself. So today, June 3rd, 2022, I proclaim the graduating class of SouthWest Edgecombe High School to be a lean will-weigh experience. So why should I say that? Because I know you have experienced hard times, you've had difficult situations, you've had a setback, but now it's time for a setup for a comeback. So graduates, I ask you, yes, literally, lean in and believe in the will way. We can do this, and trust me, you have and you will. as long as you believe in possibilities. I don't want you ever to forget the memories of high school and some of the silly things you did and probably didn't get caught at. Come back and see your teachers and administrators, check in with them, and let them know about the amazing progress that we know you will make in this world. We want to hear about some of your Wheelway experiences. So today, congratulations, and enjoy the remainder of graduation day. And please remember, your super proud superintendent, Dr. B, loves you. Take care.
At Southwest Edgecombe High School, students strive for excellence and are determined to be their best selves. This is evident in the number of students you see wearing colorful cords and medals. Effective this year, Edgecombe County Public Schools recognizes students who exhibit outstanding academic achievements while maintaining a high-ranking GPA. Today, we honor them with the following distinctions. Graduates with a final cumulative GPA of 3.75 to 3.9 are given the distinction of cum laude, which means with honor. These graduates are recognized with a bronze medal signifying their academic achievement. Will all cum laude graduates please rise? Please be seated. Graduates with the final cumulative GPA of 4.0 to 4.249 are given the distinction of magna cum laude, which means with great honor. These graduates are recognized with a silver medal signifying their academic achievement. Will all magna cum laude graduates please rise? Please be seated. Graduates with a final cumulative GPA of 4.25 or higher are given the distinction of summa cum laude, which means with highest praise. These graduates are recognized with a gold medal signifying their academic achievement. Will all summa cum laude graduates please rise? Please be seated. Congratulations to these students. It is now my honor to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2022, Berlin Perdomo. Berlin is the daughter of Asia and Jorge Perdomo. Berlin's work ethic has shined through the years in juggling multiple AP and dual enrollment courses since freshman year. Berlin has also been a part of the swim team for most of her school career, as well as joining the volleyball team in junior year. Berlin has worked as an employee at Publix, a lifeguard, and an Instacart shopper throughout the high school years. Berlin plans to attend Western Carolina University in the fall to major in studio art with a concentration in photography. We congratulate Berlin on her hard work and dedication.
Good evening, students, staff, families, and friends of Southwest Edgecombe High School. I hope you all are having a fantastic night so far. Tonight, we celebrate the graduation of Southwest Edgecombe's class of 2022, and it is my honor to be this year's Salutatorian. I've been saying Valedictorian until about a week ago, so the word is still a little new on my tongue. You would think with all the hours of public speaking classes I've had, I would have gotten better at this. But unfortunately, introductions and conclusions have never been my strong suit. And although we may think high school is a conclusion, it really is only the first chapter to the rest of our lives. High school was a time when we learned and grew into the people that we are now, so we can, hopefully, one day, become respected members of society. But there are even more expectations on us now than there were during our first year. People constantly ask us, where are you going to college? What will you major? Are you joining the military? What are you going to do now? But I think that it's okay for us not to know exactly what we're going to do next. All of our lives, we're expected to have the answer to the seemingly easy question of, what do you want to be when you grow up? But what if now that we're all grown up, we still don't know for sure? My answer to that question has gotten simpler through the years, starting from the first grade when I wanted to be a fashion designer who lived in Paris, and then a model who lived in Paris, a photographer, a pharmacist, a rescue swimmer. But when I was in 10th grade, Mr. Hamill made us plan out our future goals, and I wrote, I want to be happy. At the time, it seemed pretty hard for me to be able to plan out just exactly how I could achieve that. I thought if I got good grades, made sure I got into a good college, and had a family, then I'd be able to be happy. But in reality, no one has figured out an exact formula to happiness. To quote Kim Namjoon of BTS, you must decide for yourself what it means to be happy, even if it is in the most minute things in your everyday life. Honestly, I don't really have a clue what I'm going to do next, or who I will be in the future, and I'm learning to be okay with that. My only goal is to live my life pursuing happiness. Because really, there's no need to pursue greatness, or what everyone else seems to think greatness is. People expect you to live this grand, successful life, exceeding the expectations, becoming rich or famous. But I think that even a simple life is a great one, as long as you have moments in which you can be happy. If there's anyone out there who doesn't know what they're going to do now with high school out of the equation, I hope that you will follow your heart. And remember, you are the leader of your own life. Paths can change as you grow. You may go your whole life without knowing exactly what you're going to do next, and maybe that's okay. That just means that you're alive and that you're human. If others move ahead faster than you, don't feel rushed to keep up. Life isn't a competition that you must win, so go at your own pace and take it easy when you need. These past few years have really highlighted the idea that life is too short. We have been through so much, and soon enough, our class will end up in the history books after spending more than half of our high school careers through a pandemic. We deserve to live our lives to the fullest now. So to all the youngsters without dreams, and to all who know exactly what lies ahead of you, I am so proud of all of us for making it this far. I would now like to introduce Patrick Jones, the valedictorian of the class of 2022. Patrick is the son of Mike and Kelly Jones. He is an incredibly hardworking and dedicated scholar. He has excelled in and out of the classroom. Patrick is the president of the National Honor Society, as well as the deputy group commander of the JROTC program. He is the captain of the SouthWest Edgecombe golf team and made it to the regional level in his senior season. Patrick works a part-time job as the weekend manager of Farmville Golf and Country Club. In the fall, Patrick will attend the College of Engineering at East Carolina University and major in electrical engineering.
Good evening, parents, faculty, and of course, graduates. Today is a day to celebrate. We have finished our 4-year stay here at SouthWest. We have been through ups and downs, late nights, and even one incredibly long spring break in sophomore year. But through all of this, we have persevered and it has made us stronger. It has shown us that we can adapt to change and overcome anything that we put our minds to. These 4 years were a time for friendship, laughter, and many memories. Memories like going to Miss Shoemaker's class just to bother her, or even putting Mr. Sutton on top of the pyramid at the Powder Puff game our sophomore year. And also watching 2 dinosaurs run through the halls. By the way, I was one of those guys. I about to say, we can even think about times long past, like playing scatterball in the gym as a freshman. We will carry these memories in our hearts for the rest of our lives. Some of you are going to college, some of you are joining the workforce, and some of you are still figuring out what you will do. Myself and everyone here knows that no matter your path, you will achieve great things. This is a new chapter in our lives, one that we can write ourselves. We have the ability to shape the future of our world. I know you all remember the first day you stepped in this school as a freshman. We all went through, we all thought that we knew what high school would be like. We could have never expected the turns that our high school career would have. We made it through the days of being called fresh meat and learned how much fun high school could be. We started sophomore year with the confidence to take over the world. We could not have imagined that our year would be cut short. Junior year was definitely the strangest, with learning through a computer screen. This taught us how to adapt and prepared us for the world that exists today, with video calls being the norm. And finally, senior year. This is our last hurrah, our final run. We are at the finish line. This is it. We've done it. We no longer have to worry about due dates or stress over tests. We can breathe a sigh of relief because we have done it. Congratulations, class of 2022, and good luck. And now please help me in welcoming senior Victor Sanchez.
We will now present Southwest Edgecombe High School graduating class of 2022. We encourage you to stand in place when your graduate receives their diploma. Please help us honor our graduates by holding your applause until all graduates from a row have been recognized. We will allow time after the last graduate from each row is called. We want to ensure that all parents and family members have the opportunity to hear their graduate's name in a dignified fashion. Ahora vamos a presentar a los graduados de la clase 2022 de la escuela Southwest Edgecombe. Los queremos animar que se levanten cuando escuchen el nombre de su alumno cuando reciba su diploma. Por favor, ayúdenos a honrar nuestros alumnos graduados, guardando sus aplausos hasta mencionar cada línea. Nosotros vamos a dejar un tiempo de cada línea para sus aplausos. Queremos asegurarnos que cada padre y miembro de familia escuche el nombre de su graduado de modo digno. Gracias por su atención. Dr. Bridgers, Reverend Privet, Dr. Lamprong, and Ms. Schroeder, if you would please prepare for the awarding of diplomas.
Please remember to hold all applause until the end of the row. Those not complying will be asked to leave. Will the first row please stand and move to the aisle? Samara Giselle Ramirez Tech. Thomas Miguel Dickens. Michael Lee Abrams. Brooklyn Day Alston. Jeremiah Taylor Alston. Helen Naomi Amador Barrientos. Joanny Caroline Arredondo Ayala. Harley Jocelyn Bain. Trayshawn Latrell Earl Barlow. Nathan Alexander Barrera. Landon Powell Berry. Jamonte Keyshawn Battle. Jonathan Eric Bowyer Jr. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Jeffrey Lawrence Bradley. Jovis Ray Brake Jr. Philip Franklin Brewer Jr. Destiny Roisha Bridgers. Zakira Brianna Brinkley. Haley Elaine Brown. Latasia Janae Brown. Michael Devon Brown Staten. Donald Wayne Calhoun, Jr. Tanasia Monet Callahan. Zachary Max Carroll. Kayla Gianni Carter. Kelly Haven Chrissy. Jeffrey Wayne Claiborne. Jaquan Marquis Cobb. Please give this row a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Brianna Michelle Coggins. Kayla Deshae Coley. James Otis Condery, Jr. Sylvester Daniels, Jr. Emma Juanita Dottridge. Carla Nicole Davis. Jalen Curtis Cummings Davis. Raekwon Dashawn Davis. Gabrielle Alexandria DeBless. Shadiman Versailles Dickens. Adrian Saquon Dixon. Jasmine Elise Easterling. Milton Ray Edwards, Jr. Joshua Angel Espinal. Gaston Hiley Ezel. Please give this row a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Austin Michael Farrell. Adriana Marche Foreman. Carlo Lamont Foreman, Jr. Jacob Ryan Fuller. Michaela Anaya Garrett. Madeline Ann Gay. Olivia Aaron Gay. Haley Renee Godfrey. Tramazia Kaye Gora. Caleb Allen Hadley. Kevin Wendell Hall. Roderick Rashad Hanson, Jr. Michael Brandon Harrell. Jada Spencer Harris. Demestiny Naniqua Harrison. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Michael Gregory Hathaway. James J. Heckman III. Joseph Fernando Hernandez. Aaliyah Nicole Herron. Madison Renee Holmes. Jathan Isan Holmes Scott. Austin James Housen. Alexa Ray House. Tristan Eugene Hauser. Joshua Cody Howell. Kanaya Amani Hutchinson. Brandon Kyle Jackson. Lindsay Carol Jefferson. Jamarius Lamar Jenkins. Ariel Brooke Johnson. Please give students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Mason Webb Johnson. Zynequa Joyce Johnson. Daryl Maurice Jones, Jr. Leah Amelia Jones. Patrick Allen Jones. Michaela Lynn Kelly. Zyshawn Montez Knight. Cameron Kamani Lancaster. Caitlin Marie Landvader. Eric Alexander Larwa. Dylan Lee Matoska, Two Bears, Ledford. Mason Kyle Lester. Waylon Robert Lewis. Tremaine Lamar Little, Jr. Samantha Luna. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Jordan Lee Lynch. Kanaya Celine Lynch. Devin Joseph Curtis Martinez. John Ashton Matthews. Passion Elise Mays. Xavier Kyrese Mayo. Tyquarius Tion McGuire. Michaela Brooke Mears. Kyla Faith Mitchell. Anaya Janae Neal. Dakota Brooke Newberry. Princess Anaya Norwood. Patrick Lawson Overstreet V. Demaya Shalea Parker. Autumn Leslie Partain. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand to the aisle? Noah Scott Patterson. Chloe Michelle Heaton. Berlin Amelia Perdomo. Patrick Channing Perry, Jr. Dinasia Alexis Pitt. Lisa Alexandria Pittman. Janiyah Lachey Pittman. Ezekiel Ronique Poland. Brianna Ponce. Jordan Ray Price. Libby Allison Ramirez. William Andrew Rose. Jessica Michelle Salazar y Jesus. And Akile Nevaeh Sampson. Jennifer Guadalupe Sanchez Melkor. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Please remember to hold all applause until the end of the row. Victor Fernando Sanchez Amaya. Emily Schultz. Rebecca Logan Scott. Carter Hoyt Sessoms. Jewel Marie Shannon. Joshua Richard Sharp. Tyler Sherrod. Christian Johannes Silver. Savion Devontae Smallwood. Miracle Starasia Smith. Renatia Jacayla Smith. Nicholas Allen Squires. Abigail Elizabeth Stewart. Elena Catherine Stewart. Garen Andrew Tenney. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Isabella Renee Trimlett. Andrea Valdez Marroquin. Grayson Carol Vaughn. Antonio Vasquez Jr. Zamir Vasquez Sosa. Itzel Vasquez Vasquez. Sierra Nicole Webb. Hilton Wayne Webb. Jamari Terrell Whitehead. Logan Kyle Whitley. Glory Deanna Wiggins. Malaysia Yatis Williams. Kamira Mackenzie Williams. Carlos Day Williams, Jr. Deja Ali Williams. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated. Will the next row please stand and move to the aisle? Janasha Kiesett Williams. Xaviana Bernice Williams. Dakota Chase Wilson. Miles Lamont Wilson. Deja Janaya Windross. Kelly Mackenzie Wine. Bailey Lee Wooten. Abigail Cheyenne Wynn. Please give these students a round of applause. You may now be seated.
Will all graduates please rise? You walked into this very gymnasium as students, but when you leave, you will leave as SouthWest alumni. We're thankful to our Edgecombe County Board of Education for joining us today, Mr. Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Bridges. I'm excited to present these students who stand before you. They have met and far exceeded the requirements set forth by the North Carolina State Board of Education for high school graduation. It is my hope that they've made you proud. So, by the power vested in me by Edgecombe County Board of Education and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you graduates of SouthWest Edgecombe High School. We do have one final order of business. Miss Bailey Wooten, will you please come forward?
Family, friends, guests, staff, and most importantly, seniors, will you please stand? We have one final task before we can conclude this commencement ceremony. Seniors, you may now turn your tassels.